G'day, Gary from Travel Outback Australia. This is another update in my camper trailer build. It's been pretty hot here, so I haven't really done that much. No air conditioning in the shed, so I ain't going to be out here working when it's 40 odd degrees. Anyway, at the end of the last video, I was just at the stage where I was about to put the floor on the camper, and you might remember that I mentioned I was going to use 15mm ply. So up close here, you can see down below here is that 15mm ply. That fitted down over the top of the chassis with the mounting holes that I also showed in that last video. What I've done though now is, apart from putting a very thin sheet of aluminium underneath this bit of plywood just to help protect it even more, you can see that just along here. That's been sealed down onto the chassis, and then there's a bead of silicone that runs around the outside of that where the plywood sits on top of that. So hopefully no moisture is going to get in there to impact on the plywood. The other thing you can see here by just looking at this chassis is I've actually skeletonized it. So I've used 42 by 19 Tassie oak, and I've fitted that all around the external and also down longitudinally and crosswise across that plywood floor. It's all been pocket jointed and glued into place, screwed in some areas. You can see along there. But the other thing I've done is I've insulated the floor. Now, what I've actually used this time is just this foil board. And this is 15mm thick stuff. It's got a green backing on one side and an alfoil backing on the other, and the foam inside. That will help actually insulate the inside of the camper. And you can see I've had to cut up little individual sheets all the way around to fit into those bits of a skeleton that I've created. You can see here too is I've got a service hole. So up through this will come a cable from the lights to feed like overhead lights, the water filler and air breather, a gas line, and something else which escapes my mind at the moment. But anyway, that's again has all been sealed off, and I'll have got cable glands in those holes to seal it off from any dust getting inside the camper. Okay, the other method in my bandus is that once I've just given this a light sand across the top, I'll be putting another sheet of 12mm ply on top to seal it all off. So when you look down at the side profile here, you can see that I've got this 15, the 19, and then the 12 will go on top of that. So that's going to give me that extra side attachment for the plywood side walls. So if you come around this side here, you can see that had I have not done this, I would have only had a 15mm attachment point, and I would have had to have done some serious bracing to help glue and screw the sides on. So this extra bit of sidewall here is going to give me quite a substantially higher screwing base and gluing base to put the side walls up, which will be the next step once I've put the floor on. So as you can see, it's coming along, albeit a little bit slowly, but as the weather cools down, I should be able to work on this a lot more. I've already got the floor cut out, or the top sheet of the floor cut out, and all I've got to do is cut a little hole in for the service entrance, and then I'll be gluing and screwing that on top. Once that's on, we'll be ready to move on to do the sides, and that will involve erecting them initially, getting the radiuses for the side profile and also the door opening on each side. And once I've got that all sorted out, I'll be fitting them to the sides of the trailer. So exciting times, but yeah, as I said, not a lot to report, but at least we have been moving, as I said, albeit slowly. So stay tuned. Look forward to another update in the next month or so, and we'll see what it looks like when we take a look then. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers.